Staffing is the next function of management that we have to talk about. Basically, what happens is when you made the plan, in that plan, you made a kind of sketch, you made a kind of identification that what is to be done, when it is to be done, how it is to be done, who will do it, what will be the resources required for that, what will be the structure required at that point in time. This all you made in a particular plan. Then, based on what plan you did before you started the execution, you made the kind of detailization of that. You created a kind of structure for that. And that structure is what we call as the organizing function. That structurizing of the activities, how and what will be processed through. That all you did in organizing activity. Within the organizing activity, you identified that what kind of person is required, what kind of people are required for the purpose of carrying out the business, the particular activity, and for that purpose, and for that purpose, you brought them in and you made प्रथमेश कितना घूम घूम के लेक्चर अटेंड करेगा बेटा स्थिर हो जा बेटा मैं बहुत डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो रहा हूँ
हाँ सर
हाँ so in that organizing activity you made the kind of system in which the people will be working. You try to make the identification that what all people will be working, how those will be working, etc. And then comes the staffing function, wherein you try to understand that what kind of people are required now, what kind of qualification that they should have, what kind of salaries that they are expecting from us, what kind of employee culture we are supposed to create in the organization. So you are trying to answer the multiple type of questions, especially in the staffing function, which is moreover primarily related to the human resource. And remember, my dear friends, the staffing function has the very high level of importance, because in fact all the functions have the importance, but within that staffing has the major importance, is because staffing, you are talking about the people, you are appointing the people into your organization. And when you are appointing the people, you need to appoint, you need to recruit such kind of person who will be retained within your organization, who will be working for you on a continuous basis, and who is having the intent to work with you over a longer period of time. Otherwise, you will keep training the people, they will keep leaving you. If that's the kind of thing, then in that case, your staff will never be supporting you. So the function of execution according to the plan and organization structure, for the purpose of whatever structure that you have made, whatever systems that you have decided, वो systems, वो प्रोसीजर को एक्चुअली फॉलो करने वाला बंदा कौन, मतलब द एम्प्लॉइज ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. And that is why it is said staffing is a process of recruiting, it is a process of selecting, placing, organizing, appraising, remunerating, and developing the workforce. Please understand there is a big deal of difference between recruitment and selection, because when I'm talking about recruitment, I am trying to look after the prospective options for my organization. When I get the option, from those multiple options I make a selection, And based on the selection, I give them the positions, that is placing. Organizing primarily highlights about the hierarchy in which you are going to work, the hierarchy in which you will be giving the job to your employees, that who will be bossing whom, who will be giving the instruction to which department, because we have seen that there has to be a unity of command in the principles of management. So if you want to upgrade with that principles of management, or if you want to comply with those principles of management, you need to create a correct hierarchy for yourself. Then you need to keep appraising them. If they are doing good, if they are doing any activities, then in that case, there has to be a recurrent, there has to be a continuous appraisal. The employees will always be expecting an adequate amount of remuneration. We are not talking about the excessive remuneration. We are talking about the adequate remuneration, and you have to retain them in such a way that they work for you over a longer period of time. That's what is, you have to develop the workforce for you. शुरुआत में चाहे आप 2 लोगों के साथ काम करो, over the period of time you will be needing the plan of execution staffing function में होता है कि ऑर्गेनाइजिंग में प्लान ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन जो था वो ऑर्गेनाइजिंग में था, उसी एग्जीक्यूटरी फंक्शन को इंप्लीमेंट करने का काम, उसी स्ट्रक्चर को इंप्लीमेंट करने का काम ये स्टाफिंग में होता है. So within staffing function, you are not making any structure, but you already have a structure and you're trying to implement it. So that's why it is said function of execution. Organization was what? Organization was making the organization structure. But staffing is what? It is the function of executing it. Am I right, Atharv? Yeah. It's a very challenging process. Why? Because you are going to deal with the human resource and you want to make the fantastic, the best utilization of such resource. The need of staffing arises from the beginning of the organization. जब आपका business activity start हुआ, since that point in time you will be needing the staffing function, because there are the people who are working for you, there are the people who are understanding you, and that's why you need the people who can work positive for your organization. हम लोग कई बार ऑब्जर्व करते हैं, बंदा अब कल मेरे पास एक बंदा मिला था, रिलेशन में है. This person, we had a function and in that function he came late. तो मैंने उसको पूछा, भाई क्या हुआ, मतलब इतना लेट कैसे? नहीं, बोले कंपनी खून चूस रही है. Now, if you are having that kind of interpretation about the company, how will you be recommending other people to your organization? Or for that matter, how will you get the right kind of people? Company खून चूस रही है, if that's the kind of interpretation, then that becomes a tough task for the organization. Whereas I'll tell you, the same person later on said, इसमें कंपनी की भी कोई गलती नहीं है. There are multiple time zones in which we work and therefore we have to be associated with each other, so we have to work late. That's fine. उसके लिए कंपनी remunerate भी करती है. So what happens? At one point, the same person had different interpretation. At the another point, the same person had a different interpretation. आप कैसा सोचते हो उस पे आधारित होता है कि आप अपने एम्प्लॉयर के बारे में क्या समझते हो. And therefore you need to select the staff in such a way. बॉस पसंद नहीं होता इसीलिए कंपनी को गाली देते हैं, not necessarily. There are the companies who are having the third class policies as well. तो बॉस पसंद हो ना हो पर कंपनी के साथ में खुन्नस होती है. एंड जो तुम कह रहे हो सार्थक, दैट इज ऑल्सो द ऑप्शन, दैट इज ऑल्सो द पॉइंट, क्योंकि बॉस जो सुबह शाम ले रहा होता है ना, मतलब सीरियसली दैट इज द फैक्ट. वी हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड कि कुछ बॉसेस होते हैं जो हु आर लाइक behind their employees on a continuous basis. They don't give a space to them. So need of staffing arises from the beginning of the organization itself. Now let's try to understand the different important points with reference to staffing function. I'm sorry, why staffing as such is required. Let's discuss about that. मुझे लगता है आप स्क्रीन एकदम से क्लियर है ना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं ना? It is one of the most effective managerial function. Why? Because आप किस तरह के बंदे अपने पास चूज करते हो उसके हिसाब से तय करेगा कि आपका काम आगे चल के कैसा होने वाला है. And therefore it is said that staffing is key to the effective performance of other functions. Whether you are talking about planning function, whether you are talking about organizing, whether you are talking about coordination, whether you are talking about control, all these functions can depend upon the effectiveness of your staff. क्योंकि अगर आपका स्टाफ ऐसा है जो आपके प्लान ऑफ एक्शन, जो आपका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर, जो आपके पास होने वाले कोऑर्डिनेशन कंट्रोल की एक्टिविटीज को ठीक तरह से समझता है, if that's the case, then in that case the person will be doing fantastic for your organization. Do Tata Group take more care of employees than anyone else? Mr. Prathamesh Gaikwad, Tata Group companies or Tata समूह as such में अगर आपको एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिल जाता है, and if you are sincerely working there, if you are sincerely working there, yes Harshad, I can appreciate that thought from you, then it is like becoming the Jawai of Tata. It is literally like the exact सिचुएशन ऑफ गवर्नमेंट कंपनी. मतलब जिस तरह से गवर्नमेंट कंपनी में फैसिलिटीज होती है उसी तरह से टाटा ग्रुप कंपनीज में फैसिलिटीज हैं. वन ऑफ माय सिस्टर इन लॉ, इनफैक्ट माय सिस्टर इन लॉज डॉटर, शी इज वर्किंग इन TCS and she's recently delivered a baby, and she was telling she took the leave, maternity leave, some 15 days earlier, and she said that I am having the leaves of 11 months with pay. What? 11 months with pay. Whatever was her expense towards the delivery, that all will be reimbursed by the company because they have got the medical insurance including pregnancy. That will be reimbursed by the company. And she is going to get the remuneration, she is going to get the salary, of course basic plus DA, for a period of 11 months without visiting the office also. मतलब ऐसे ऑफिस को जाके आउट करके आने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. And she is going to get the remuneration credited to her account every month for 11 months. 6 months is the official maternity leave that she has. 2 months ka extension is allowed in that, and she's already having the leaves unused, which are leaves with without leaves, जो leaves इनको मिलते हैं ऑफिशियली, वो अगर आप लीव ना लो तो उसको आप बाद में जाके या तो इनकैश करा सकते हो या कॉम्पेंसेटरी ऑफ ले सकते हो. इस तरह के इसके पास 3 महीने जमा है. So she's effectively having 11 months that she'll be sitting at home without doing any work for the company, and she'll be getting 100% remuneration for that. अब इससे ज्यादा टाटा समूह और तुम्हारे लिए क्या कर सकता है, तुम सोच लो. राइट? स्टिल, even after that, TCS has one of the largest attrition rate. टीसीएस इतना करने के बावजूद भी लोग टीसीएस छोड़ के जाते हैं या टीसीएस लोगों को निकाल देती है, एंड दे हैव टू रिक्रूट, दे हैव टू अपॉइंट द न्यू पीपल इन प्लेस of the older ones. So this is how that thing works, Prathamesh. It is second to the government company only. Yeah, government company से भी better facilities मिलती हैं. In fact, टाटा ग्रुप के पास अगर आप जाओगे तो आप जिस रीजन में काम करते हो उस रीजन के हिसाब से छुट्टियां मिलती है. So it happens like that. Well, anyways, सर वो अलाउंस काइंड ऑफ भी देते हैं ना, अगर एम्प्लॉय से ही शादी नहीं, ये नहीं पता है मुझे यश. मतलब सीरियसली आई हैव नेवर बीन, I can never say like that because I have not had this kind of experience. और मेरी शादी का खर्च मैंने खुद किया था, तो इसलिए मुझे ये क्या क्या रिसर्च करके बैठे हैं इन्हीं को पता है. We can say that they have great management. No, you cannot say they have great management. They have good employee policies, Prathamesh. You cannot say that they are the fantastic management. They are on the top of it. The board of directors are good, but the people who have been appointed in the hierarchy, you cannot say them to be good. Management is not judged only from the perspective of top management. Management is judged from the perspective of all the levels of management. All right. So आपके जितने भी बाकी सारे functions हैं, those all functions of management are primarily linked to your staffing function. आपने एक बहुत अच्छा प्लान बना दिया, पर उसको एग्जीक्यूट करने के लिए सही तरीके का बंदा ही नहीं मिला. Like take a very simple example. In Maharashtra, we gave very fantastic votes. To whom did we give the votes, and who is ordering us for any of the activities? Now you can understand the staffing function very well. आप किस तरह के बंदे को क्या काम देना चाहते हो, उस पर से आप सोच लो कि अगर आपके पास सही तरह का बंदा ना मिले तो आपकी क्या हालत हो सकती है. मतलब सीरियसली, बाकी कोई कहे न कहे, महाराष्ट्रवासी तो हर दिन भगवान से यही कहते हैं कि देख तेरे संसार, नो 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 नो, देख तेरे महाराष्ट्र की हालत क्या हो गई भगवान, कि कितना बदल गया इंसान. और इंसानों में जो टॉप कर रहा है हमारे पास, वो बंदा तो मतलब क्या कहने. But anyways, it is said that from 25th, what is the date today? 23rd. From 25th, they are saying that there is a lockdown expected in the city of Pune. Right? Expected, पता नहीं. किंबहुना मी लॉकडाऊन करणारच असं नाही, पण ते किंबहुना तर लॉकडाऊन करावाच लागेल अशी परिस्थिती आहे. बघा, मी तुम्हाला खूप सांगायचा प्रयत्न केला, पण तुम्हाला जे काही सांगितलं ते तुमच्या काही लक्षात आलेलं नाहीये. पण आता झालंय काय, की मी ह्या कोरोनाला खूप थांबवायचा प्रयत्न केला, किंबहुना आपण सगळ्यांनी मिळून हे थांबवायचा प्रयत्न केला. पण परिस्थिती अशी झाली आहे, की आता तुम्ही आणि मी मिळून पण ह्या कोरोनाला थांबवू शकत नाहीये. किंबहुना ह्या कोरोनाला थांबवण्यासाठी आपल्याकडे शक्तीच राहिलेली नाहीये. म्हणजे आपल्याला कुठल्याही प्रकारचा आता पर्याय राहिला नाहीये, आणि म्हणून मी महाराष्ट्रवासियांना सांगतो, आणि मी महाराष्ट्रवासियांबरोबर आहे, हे सगळ्यांना माहिती आहे. ते मी करूनच दाखवणार, आणि ते एकदम 110% तुम्हाला किती काही अवघड असू देत, मी ते करून दाखवणार. आणि ह्याच्या पुढे आता उद्या किंवा परवापासून तुम्हाला लॉकडाऊन हे महाराष्ट्रात दिसेल. राइट. असो. हाँ, ये बंदा थ्योरी पेपर मस्तच लिखता था. इसका पेंटिंग में बहुत स्टाइल था, बहुत 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 रुचि था, फोटोग्राफी में बहुत रुचि था. असो, ते काय ना, आता सिद्धी, मराठी शिवाय आपल्याकडे पर्याय का बाळ? So point is what? That the competitive workforce can work effectively in the different departments. If you have not recruited the right kind of people, you would be observing every time you are in hurdle, every time you are in a difficulty. But if you have had the good quality people at all the position, then in that case you put them into any department and they'll be working fantastic for you. Whether you give them the production department, whether you give them the marketing department, because they are expert enough, because they are having the capacities, because they are having the abilities, so they'll be able to manage the things. The outcome of other functions is based on the effective staffing. तो सही बंदे सही जगह सही समय पे पहुंच जाए तो तुम्हारा काम आधे से ज्यादा इजी हो जाता है. Let's take a very simple another example. Shikhar Dhawan came in the opening for the first T20. He failed miserably. He was left out. KL Rahul was coming in the opening for 3 matches. He was given the chance. He still failed. He was left out. Then when Virat Kohli, Shubman Gill was, Ishan Kishan, not Shubman Gill, but Ishan Kishan was again a fantastic, bravo. But when it came to Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, when your experienced people come, आप विराट कोहली को फर्स्ट पे ले आओ, थर्ड पे ले आओ, फोर्थ पे ले आओ, कौन सी पोजीशन पे आता है बंदा वो वहां पे कमाल करेगा. That is what you call as the outcome of every other function is dependent upon the effective staffing. आप किस तरह के बंदे अपॉइंट करते हो. हाँ, अब ये तो जॉब सिक्योरिटी ही नहीं हुई ना. अरे मिस्टर यश कुलकर्णी, do you know that every cricketer who is there in the Indian team, they are already the employees of this nation? Do you know about that? All the cricketers have been given the job by the BCCI. In fact, they are not giving them the job, they are appointing them as the consultants. The Board of Cricket Control in India appoint them as consultants in category A, category B and category C, whereas these people are having the employment at so many places. अब तुम जो ये कह रहे हो ये जॉब सिक्योरिटी नहीं हुई. जॉब सिक्योरिटी होना और आपको एक पर्टिकुलर में, हाँ, इससे उनका नुकसान किस चीज का होता है. यश, they get their annual remuneration, that is not stopped, but they won't get the match fees if they are not playing in a particular match. Shikhar Dhawan is the member of BCCI. He gets the annual remuneration. I'll just check it for you, just for the sake of fun, if you want to. Annual remuneration of Shikhar Dhawan from BCCI, if you hear that particular number, from there itself you'll be able to understand कि इसके बाद job security मतलब क्या होता है, उसकी जरूरत क्या है. Remuneration of Shikhar Dhawan from BCCI. Is it 5 crore? No, I don't think. ₹5 crore मतलब 40 लाख रुपया महीने का होता है बे. New contract. A plus category player is Virat Kohli, Shikhar Dhawan, raised from 50 lakh to 7 crore per annum. अब और क्या चाहिए तुमको. सो जॉब सिक्योरिटी मतलब क्या कि तुमने एक मैच में नहीं खेला तो हम तुम्हारा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कैंसिल कर देंगे, ऐसा नहीं कर रहे हैं वो लोग. व्हाट दे आर डूइंग, they are telling them that if you do not work, then in that case you won't play in a particular match. और ऐसे विराट कोहली, शिखर धवन, रोहित शर्मा are in the category of A plus, including Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Jasprit Bumrah, and these are called as top tier employees, 7 crore रुपए भाई. So there is nothing, no linkage between the not playing the match and job security. Job security मतलब क्या, तुम्हारा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कैंसिल कर देना. हाँ, अगर तुम कंटिन्यूअसली अगर हमारी टीम के लिए परफॉर्म नहीं कर रहे हो तो तुमको हम रखें ही क्यों भाई. मतलब तुम हमारे लिए कर ही क्या रहे हो, राइट? ओके. So proper care is taken at each stage, that is recruiting, selecting, placing, remunerating and training. इतने में 2-3 flats आ जाए रोहन कृतिका में. Oh my God, I don't comment on these kind of things. I'm sorry. Now, when you have taken the reasonable care to appoint the right kind of people, to select them properly, to give them the systematic training, क्योंकि अगर आपके पास कोई बंदा बाहर वाला आ रहा है, उसके पास कितना भी एक्सपर्टीज होने दो, जब तक उसको तुम्हारा बिजनेस कल्चर नहीं पता है, तब तक ही कैन नॉट बी ट्रीटेड एज द राइट कैंडिडेट फॉर योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. अब रतन टाटा इज हैविंग ह्यूज मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स, बट व्हेन if you want the person of his caliber, you cannot appoint him just like that. Correct or not? And for that purpose, it is said, that you need to have the person who will be given the proper training, who will be selected systematically, and will be promised a reasonable remuneration as well, right? Excessive burden is avoided. The entity's performance improves through optimum utilization of human resources. Now, I need not explain you the concept of optimum utilization again. You are trying to take the best utilization with the given situation, given circumstances of the resources. Builds the cordial relation because you are dealing with multiple people at the same time. There has to be harmony. There has to be a kind of systematic bonding between the employees, because if that bonding is not there, then in that case the communication won't be there, and if the communication won't be there, then coordination won't be there. And for that purpose, it is said that you have to have a reasonable bonding between the employees, right? Smooth human relation key to better communication and coordination. That's why they said it is helpful in building the healthy relationships among all level of employees. क्योंकि आप एम्प्लॉइज को अपॉइंट करने के बाद में उनको इंडक्ट करते हो, उनको आप ट्रेनिंग देते हो, उनको आप अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बारे में बताते हो, सो एंड दैट वे दे विल बी एबल टू वर्क इन अ प्रॉपर मैनर. The next point is the next important point, human resource development. That is, skilled and experienced employees are the asset to the organization. Every organization wants more and more people who are skilled, who are experienced, who are having the knowledge, who will be working as what the company wants. Then it helps inculcate the organizational culture. आपके सारे एम्प्लॉय एक ही तरह से जब काम करने लगते हैं तो सबका एक वर्कफोर्स एक तरह से एक डायरेक्शन में काम करना चालू कर देता है, एंड बाय दैट वे the new incoming workforce, the new incoming people will be learning that since their beginning itself or not. So it trains and develops the existing workforce as well. Then the next point, it helps in effective utilization of resources, not only the human one but all the other resources also. क्योंकि अगर आपने आपके एम्प्लॉइज को पहले से बोल के रखा हुआ है कि क्या काम करना है, किस तरह से काम करना है, how will they be able to focus upon the things, then they will be able to work as per your ideas, as per your guidance, and by that way not only themselves but also the resources that they require will also be utilized in a positive way. And that's why it is said that it helps in effective utilization of resources. So effective utilization of resources like technology, capital, material and methods is possible by the trained employees only. इनको आपने पहले से इंस्ट्रक्शन दे के रखी है, पहले से इनको ठीक से समझा के रखा हुआ है. How will they be doing the activities? What all activities that they are supposed to carry out? And then they will be able to work in a proper manner. It helps in building competitive strength of entity and standard of work and quality also improves. क्योंकि अगर आप सारे resources को effectively use करोगे तो overall quality develop होना चालू हो जाएगी. It improves the efficiency of the organization in a sense कि अगर आपने आपके एम्प्लॉय को प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग दी है, उसके लिए आप डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम्स रन कर रहे हो, उसमें उसको आप ट्रेनिंग दिलवा रहे हो, तो उसका नॉलेज, उसका स्किल सेट, उसका डेवलपमेंट, सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है. And that self development will bring in the quality staff and will improve the performance of the employees or not. Then it has the long term effect. जो बंदा, अगर कोई बंदा आपके पास ज्यादा समय तक काम कर रहा है तो आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए वो फेवरेबल माना जाता है, और अगर वो शॉर्ट टर्म में निकल जाता है तो इट इज मेकिंग क्रिएटिंग द प्रॉब्लम फॉर योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. So proper selections and training of qualified, skillful and efficient staff leads to path of success. Long-term positive effects are observed on the efficiency of the organization. आप देखो जहां और कोई अगर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जहां पे स्टाफ हर बार हर 2-3 महीने में पूरा का पूरा स्टाफ चेंज हो रहा है, देन इन दैट केस वी वोंट बी हैविंग द सक्सेस फॉर दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, क्योंकि हर बार नए स्टाफ को नए लेवल की ट्रेनिंग देनी पड़ती है और उस हिसाब से वो काम करने लगता है, फिर वो थोड़े दिनों के बाद में कहता है अब मैं छोड़ के जाएगा, तो दैट क्रिएट्स द प्रॉब्लम. बट when you are having certain amount of staff which is fixed and some staff which is rotating, in that case it will have the long term positive impact. The staffing ensures continuity and growth of organization. The selection is based on prospective efficiency of the employees, कि एम्प्लॉय मेरे लिए कितना लॉन्ग टर्म में काम आ सकता है, उसके हिसाब से मैं उसको अपॉइंट करता हूं, उसके हिसाब से मैं उसको इंडक्ट करता हूं. So therefore it is said that organization can meet the future challenges wisely if they are having the good staff working for the organization. Then it provides the job satisfaction, क्योंकि अगर आपने आपके एम्प्लॉय को फाइनेंशियली ठीक तरह से रेम्यूनरेट करके रखा हुआ है, नॉन फाइनेंशियल आपने उनको बेनिफिट्स दे रखे हैं, इंसेंटिव्स दे रखे हैं, then if they get motivated by that, and based on that, one, you are giving them the reasonable remuneration which is not lesser than the market, you are giving par or above the market, reasonably above, not very high, and you're also giving them the continuous training and development which creates a kind of job security for them, and that creates the job satisfaction. So this all is the role of staffing only. Staffing function का काम है कि वो employee को कैसे retain करवाता है. The regular appraisals and promotion of the employees is done based on merit. तो क्या है, जो अच्छा काम कर रहा है उसको प्रमोशन मिलता रहेगा, उसको अप्रेजल मिलता रहेगा, जो अगर दिक्कतें दे रहा है तो उसको हम हकाल देंगे, एंड बाय दैट वे इट. और ये क्राइटेरिया हमने पहले से एम्प्लॉय को बता के रखा होता है कि आपका काम कैसे जज किया जाएगा, एंड बेस्ड ऑन दैट इफ यू आर डूइंग इट देन द पीस एंड हार्मनी फॉर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विल बी इंक्रीजिंग. Based on these all aspects, we can say that staffing is also one of the most important function of management. In fact, today I'll stop by here. We started late and I've already got the lecture. So I'll stop by here, and in the next session, we'll be continuing with the other functions of management. In fact, tomorrow I'll try to finish off the remaining functions of management, and then we will talk about the writing practice on this. Thank you for today.